Hello everybody and welcome to the Logic Pro 9 beginners tutorial. I'll be posting these tutorials at least once or twice a week, and it's just basically going to be focusing on the beginning, the beginner stuff in Logic 9, teaching you how to use loops and piano roll and building tracks, and it's going to be mostly based on electronic music like trance and dubstep and dub, chill out, stuff like that. Um, my name is Menachem. I produce under the name Kabbalistic Village. I'm originally from New York. I live in Israel, and I'll put a link in the description of my music on SoundCloud. I make everything from psytrance to chill out. I compose for film. I do different things. So I use Logic. I used to use FL Studio, so I'll be referring back to that many times. And let's just get started over here. So basically, this is the screen you see when you open up Logic. Let's just get that away. Basically, in any DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, we're starting from the beginning here, people. So, you have an arrange window, which is this guy over here, and this is where you will put all your clips and all your audio files and everything like that. And we'll get there. We'll get more to there. I'm just showing you like the basic functions. If you hit O on your keyboard, that's a shortcut O, this thing comes up over here, right? These are Apple loops. Apple loops are very, very cool. They give you like 10,000 of them. If you go to Logic Pro and you go to the download additional content, you'll get all these good packs that they have and different things. This is if you buy Logic. If you get it correct, I don't know what you're gonna get. So I just want to show you how easy it is to actually build something in Logic, like very simply just off a loop. Let's just pick. Right now our tempo is at 120, right? Tempo is how fast the song is going to go. You change it by holding down on it, going up or down. Lower it down to 110. And we'll go to the drums, right? And it's going to take a second for it to go. So when you click on the thing for the loops, you'll see that some of them are blue and some of them will be green. I'll explain to you what that does. And also you'll see the tempo. So if something's at tempo 152, and you try to, now Logic is going to be playing it at 110, it's going to sound a little bit intense. You see it has a little bit of like audio damage, I guess, to it, because it just does, because it had to stretch it down. This is at our tempo. So what you do is, blue means audio file. That means that you're just going to drag it in under the main synth one that we have over there, and now it's going to say, do you want to import tempo information? Yes, we'll import tempo information and change it to 110.76. Fine. So now let's see. Now we have a region in the track, right? You can make it a little bigger by going down over there, and you can make it like that. Now we have a little better. Let's delete this top guy. So now we have a thing. So now, when you want to select a track, you can either click. If you want to select a region, you can either click on it, or you can just click over there. Or if you want to click on it, you can click it over there. You can bring this guy up and down to make it smaller, to hide it when you have lots of tracks. Mute is to mute the track. Solo is to solo the track. When you have other tracks going like that. One thing to do is you like to name your tracks, right? So this will be called, you just click over there, you write drums, right? And if you want, you can also go like this, and the icon can change. You can go drums, and now you have a drum track, right? So we want this to loop. We're just going to put it out there for a second. Looping is like, if we'll just keep on playing it, it won't go past this green thing, right? The way to do that is just to click on top over there, drag, you can drag for as many times as you want. So we have that, right? So now we only have one region, right? We want more than one region, obviously, because the song has to keep on going. So what can you do? So either you can hold down Option, click on your left mouse, and then you see this little box pops up. It says Copy Regions. You can go like that, bring it to 3, let go of your click before you let go of Option, and now you have that, right? So now you have 2 regions, and now it will play against it. There's another way to do it. which is you hold your mouse over the top right corner of the region, and you go like that, and you just keep on dragging, and you'll see there's lines over there where the region ends and starts again, so you can see where to stop and start. And then if you notice, all of this one is like a normal color and the other ones are darkened. Why? They're darkened because we're not sure if we want to keep them there. We're just testing it out if in like our project or when you're building a song. But if you want to keep it there, so you can just click on it and it says convert loops to real copies. And there you go. Now you have real copies. All of them. Boom. So now we have a drum track, right? Let's open up O again. Let's press reset. Reset will do everything. Let's open up a bass track. And we want to find something that's going to be like an R key. Fine. So now, if you notice, this one's also 110. It's in the key of A, and it has a match over here. It says matching at 74%. Sometimes I don't know why, because it's a perfect match for it. It may work. Also, if you really like something, and if you find in loops, you just click on this little box over here under favorite, and it will go into your favorite. So if you find, since there's thousands of loops, you might want to, find something that's good. Fine. So now we have this green. This is a green loop. Remember, blue was audio. Green is MIDI. So when you bring it in, it's going to load audio files from the EXS sampler, right? Or this was from something else, right? And you see, we open up in the piano roll. I'll explain to you what that is, right? So let's loop this guy a little bit. Make it a 4-bar thing. I'll explain to you what that is in a minute. And now we play. Right, so let's click on O again for a second. So now you see the difference. There seem to be blue audio loops. That's what audio looks like. Those are called audio transients, like all those markings, the thinner and thin, right? That's a blue audio loop, and you can't play around with it really. I mean, you can cut and you can chop, you can move around. But when you have a green green loop, which is a MIDI loop, right? You can open up each one separately inside the piano roll. The piano roll is the way that we musicians on DAWs in Logic, FL Studio, Ableton, every single DAW has one, every single program has one, where you're able to, click in your sound that you want, because it's not audio, it's from a synth or something, and you want to play on it. You see, you can play on different keys. Right. So we can play around with it, we can shorten notes, we can make notes longer, and I'll teach you how to use the piano roll soon. First, I want to show you something. So, bars. First of all, over here, if you click on this thingy, you can change it, bar and time. Up there, you'll see by bar 1, it's 0 seconds, 0, 2, right? You can change everything like that. You can only just have time. You can have time and bar. I just like to keep it on bar, regular, right? So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4/4 time means that we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's what most music is made out of, like, rock and trance and everything like that. You'll see if you zoom in more, you'll see how the one bar is actually divided into like a couple of different things, like 1, 1.13, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And here we want to make a 4-bar loop, right? So we have a 4-bar loop, right? Because it goes, we have 4 basses playing, like we have 4 of the same bass patterns playing 4 times, and the 2 drums, each drum is 2 bars. Each drum region is 2 bars, so that equals up to 4, right? Not the best explanation in the world, but it's just basics. You'll figure it out yourself as you listen to more music and you hear more music. So the interesting thing is, now, right, so we have a 4-bar playing, right? And usually what happens is, in music, things start changing up at the end of each bar. It's like, they'll want to make something else. So we're just going to focus on this thing for a second. We're going to click on that. We just want to focus on this section over here by the Big City Rocker bass this way. We're going to solo him, okay? We want to change him around. We want to take this guy out. Oops, let's take that away. So the way to edit it in the piano roll is you go there to the top right and you get your little pencil guy, and then you'll be able to start deleting stuff. So we want to change it from the other patterns. So now when we play the track, this last box over here is going to be a different sound pattern to show that we're ending the 4 bars and we're going to bring in something new. It wasn't so much of a big change, but you know, you can go like that, let's say, and we can. So you see, it's very easy to start building something up just with Apple loops, and you know, very like, you know, you can just play around and we can keep on adding on loops. Let's see if we just find a guitar loop in the key of A. You can switch the keys like that, and it'll go in order. C, like the order of the scale notes of the C major scale. C, D, E, F, A, G, right? So we have a thing. So now we have a banjo. We have an audio file of a banjo. It obviously doesn't match up that well, but you get the idea of what we're trying to do over here, right? So let's delete all this, and actually we're going to undo that, my bad. We want to leave these stuff here because we want to show you what else you can do. So, right, you know, it's important when you start a project that you want to color your tracks. And you just click on the track, you go to colors over there, like that, and you color each track because things are going to get messy. It's going to be, all the loops are going to be either blue or green. You're not going to know what to do, you're going to get lost. Fine. So now, this is your arrange window, and now you see how easy it is to arrange in Logic, right? You know, looping or something like that, right? Let's say you want there to be, so now, you know, we're bringing, so okay, fine. We have everything. Let's delete this track for a second. Fine. Now let's go over here to the inspector. This is called the inspector. You can turn them off like that. And there's a lot of different things you can do over here, right? For example, let's take this audio loop over here, right? And here we have EQ, right? EQ is equalization. It's, you know, cutting out different frequencies of the sound. We'll get more into that eventually after. And we have inserts, right? What are inserts? Inserts are the way that you pick in effects in Apple, right? Different effects. Let's say we want these drums to be flingering. Flinger is cool, as long as it sounds like an airplane. Let's hear how flinger sounds in these drums. So we have that effect on, right? If you want to bring it up, you just double click on it, double click off, and if you want it off, you just press bypass. Okay, those are how you bring in effects over there like that. Now, so that's that, right? So let's say, you know, and this is, you know, volume. Over here, down over here is where you have either the track will be mono or it will be stereo. Oh, it's a stereo audio loop, so we can't really change that, but I'll show you what I mean in a second. Let's say we're playing the track, it's too loud, bring it down. Pan it left or right. And all these things can be automated, which I'll explain to you in a different tutorial. So now, let's say you're starting a track. You know, you're starting a dubstep track, or you're starting a trance track, or you're starting any different type of track. You know, you're not going to want to use all these Apple loops. You're not going to find the right stuff. You have to make everything from scratch. So the way to do these things is first, how do you make a new track in Logic without using a loop? So you go to this thing, this plus sign over here, and you write new track. New track, and you press either software instrument or audio, right? You can open up you can type in how many you want. Let's open up 4 software instruments, press create, and now you got 4 software instruments, right? And it doesn't have anything on it yet, right? So Logic automatically opens up this window over here on the right, and it gives you, you know, all the Logic instruments, all these synthesizers that Logic comes with. They're amazing. Ultra B is like one of the best drum machines ever, and I'll get into everything. Or you can open up an acoustic piano, or you can open up a synth. Let's say you want to start off with a pad, right? So you just pick a pad, and it opens up over here. You see, this is called a channel strip setting. This is your channel right now, the analog swell that we just opened up, and you see on this channel, Logic automatically opened up, for you 3 effects: chorus, tremolo, channel, EQ, and the sound that's coming from this synth, which is this synth, this is called ES2. Looks very complicated. It is. We're not going to talk about that right now. Well, we know that we have a pad, right? So how do you start playing? So if you don't have a MIDI keyboard, let's turn that off for a second. If you don't have a MIDI keyboard, right? If you hit your caps lock key on your keyboard, a little keyboard pops up like that, and you can use your computer, laptop, MacBook Pro keyboard to play. So also it's very cool when you play a note, Logic will show you which note you're playing. And also over here on the bottom controls the velocity, which is the volume of the note coming in, of how you'll record it, right? So it's either, you can hear how the reason why we would use this is sometimes you can record, like you can just record yourself playing into the thing, right? And I'll show you how to record in another tutorial. Or, you can go into this thing called the piano roll, which we discussed already, right? But before we get into any of those things, I want to show you something that I set up, which is called screen sets, right? It helps workflow very, very much. And what is a screen set? So a screen set is, you go up here, you go to screen sets, and you'll see that I have mine set up that screen set 1. If I hit 1 on the numbers on my keyboard, I'm going to get this guy, right? If I hit 2, it's going to be the same thing. 3 is the piano roll. Okay, well, I don't know why it's not going yet, but let's try it now. Let's hit 2, 3. Okay, because I guess we're on full screen. Let's lower back down to full screen, right? So 1 is there, like that. That's in my life. 2 is that, right? Like, so now screen set 2 is a different arrange window, something smaller. So if you just want to see the whole track without the inspector, without the loop, this guy on the side, without taking shortcuts, you just want to see how the track looks. Maybe for better arranging, you can hit screen set 2, and screen set 3 is the piano roll in a bigger version, which is good when you're like making complicated phrases. You can zoom in and out. So let's go back to there, right? So the way to set up a screen set is, let's say, well, we're not going to set up the ones that I already have because we're not going to do that. But let's say we hit Command 5. Open the hyper editor. No, well, let's do Command 7. That's the transport, right? Let's do Command 8. That's the mixer. No, this is the environment, right? Let's say we wanted to make this guy screen set 5, right? So we have this window open now. We'll discuss what the environment is. You close the window behind it, which is the main screen set 1. Go like that. You hit the plus sign. Now it's going to change it to screen set 1. Well, we don't want it to do that really, but we want it to be, something else. Then you press lock, and now your screen set 1 is your thing. Screen set 2 is there, and this one is there, 5, and that's it. So this is basically the tutorial that I can offer you today. In the next tutorial, we're going to discuss some other things. We're going to discuss piano roll, automation, zooming in, zooming out, editing, everything like that. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I will try to answer as much as I can, and thank you very much.